You're probably wondering where we are, aren't you? Unfortunately, there is not enough time for me to explain it to you right now. Once you're able to strike down Ganon with the item you obtain in this castle, all will be made clear to you. Trust in my words and see what awaits you in the castle.
Hi everyone, I'm Later Gator to you, and with me I have...
Take a Conroy!
Okay.
Welcome back to Wind Waker. My name is Lady Gear to you, and today I'm dragging along by her ankles.
Gritty Gleek. Huh. I wondered where my ankles went.
Alright, so in the previous video, we completed the Tower of the Gods dungeon and went under the sea to this mysterious castle thingy. And we can see the top of the ocean way off in the distance over there, but we're not drowning for some reason. Maybe we'll find out the reason, maybe we won't, who knows. So, critically, why don't you give people an introduction for people who haven't seen the other videos you've appeared in?
Hi everyone, I'm Cordy Gleek. I'm sort of a person.
You're sort of a person.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not entirely sure you're a person.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm his sister and I co-commentate sometimes.
No, you don't. This is the first time you've ever appeared.
Really? Whoa. I have a vivid imagination.
One detail I really love is that this entire area, we'll see more of it later, but this entire world is frozen. I really love these waterfalls right here, how they're just like suspended in the air, and this looks really cool.
Shh, you'll spoil stuff.
It's my Let's Play, I can do whatever I want.
I thought it was my Let's Play.
I split if I want.
I'm Later Gator to you.
You're the second person in this Let's Play who's stolen my name.
Yeah, well, you're famous.
No, I'm not. Just love that guy's face.
That one's my favorite. He's like frozen in time, standing there like this forever.
He's all like, come give me a hug, Quirny.
No.
Give me a hug.
No! You're weird.
Okay, I'm gonna run away now. Bye. Shut up, boat!
Quite frankly, you're a bit frightening.
Do you want to do the voice?
No, go ahead.
No, you do the voice.
No, you do it so much better.
I'm very to you. I'll need you to listen to me for a moment. The item you seek is hidden somewhere in this castle. To find it, you must find the entrance to the basement. But that entrance has been blocked by a mighty threshold, firmly sealed to prevent evil from ever gaining access. Do you know where to search and what you must do to open the hidden way? You will find it clearly in the shape of the thingy near where the right of the castle.
Yay, I'm the best at reading stuff. Now, this is like a big, interesting puzzle, but we'll take care of this in a moment. But first, I want to go outside. And if we go outside here, we can see this huge field that we could definitely go off and explore, right? Let's go explore this huge world. It's a Zelda game after... There's a magical barrier. We can't go inside. It's your fault, isn't it, QWERTY? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? What about you, viewer? Is it your fault? It's your fault, isn't it?
Dude, you're weird.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Something interesting is that there is actually a way you can explore this area later in the game, even though you're not really supposed to. We'll get more into that later in the Let's Play. Once we're able to go a little bit further into the game, I will try to solve this glitch off. I've never done it myself, but it is very interesting when you actually see it. And what I really love is, if you look up here, you can see that the barrier is kind of surrounding the entire castle, so now we know why we're not drowning, even though we're underneath the sea.
Under the sea.
There's a Little Mermaid reference I was looking for. For those of you who don't know, Little Mermaid is Cordy's favorite movie.
One of them.
What would you say your favorite movie would be? Like, absolute favorite?
Well, it depends on my mood.
Like, what about right now?
I would have to say Toy Story.
That's kind of random. That's my choice. You can't steal my movie.
Free country.
No, it's not.
You're right. I have to pay bills.
You have to pay pills? You have to pay for your pills?
I said pay bills. I have to pay bills. I'm sorry, guys. I say stuff backwards sometimes.
You're a spoonerism.
You're spoonerism.
You are children.
Yes, the medical terminology for that is spoonerism.
It's so shiny and golden. I want to touch it. Very poetic.
Thank you.
It's so beautiful, it brings a tear to my eye. Now, we could go onwards, we could do some stuff, but there's something that's very important that we have to do. Something very crucial to the Zelda series. And I probably already made this joke already, but I don't care. We're in a whole new place, and I'm gonna do it anyway. Moblin Survey! Yay!
Perfect. It's beautiful.
So that little icon that said good on the corner, that is actually pretty important for our side quest that we'll sort of do later. We won't do the whole thing, but it's kind of interesting and has some stuff that's worth pointing out, which we'll be taking care of later. But something else is actually important to point out is this statue right here. If you look at the concept art for the Wind Waker, you can see Link progressively get older as time goes on. Like right now, the only form that's playable in the game is Child Link. And in the concept art, you can see that he progressively gets older, so that implies that Link would have naturally gotten older as time went on, rather than just skip ahead a few years like in Ocarina of Time. And speaking of Ocarina of Time, you can see these character portraits of all the of what are those people called? Okay, I'm totally blanking on what the actual word is. I'll probably remember it later, in which case I'll put a caption on screen right now. But there's some characters over here that are based off characters from Ocarina of Time. Right here, it's very important. This is Frederick. Actually, no, it's just a Triforce. There's Ruto. There's, forgot his name is, I think that's, Gabora or something. Zarya. Ganondorf. Dornia, Impa, Nabooru. Yeah, they're pretty fun characters. But what we're here for is interruption from the King of Red Lions. Excellently geared you. You perceive such a puzzle and decipher it. That's not a challenging puzzle. Now take the sword that lies before you. It is none other than the Master Sword, the blade of evil's bane. It is the only sword that can banish Ganon from the world above.
I like all the worshipy people on the floor. They're all like this on the floor drawing.
They're all like, oh, Bumblebee Tuna. Oh my god, it's the 1930s all over again. Things are transitioning from black and white to color. I knew this day was gonna happen.
But I have a huge problem. There's no magical pair of shoes.
What?
The Wizard of Oz.
Ah,
One of the first movies to really show color.
that movie was awesome.
Yeah, it was ultimate chick flick. Two women fighting over a pair of shoes. What more could you want?
You're a dork. You got the Master Sword, the legendary blade with the powers of repel evil, once wielded by the legendary hero himself. You know, speaking of Wizard of Oz, I dare you to sing Defy Gravity right now.
That is from Wicked, my dear boy, and
Do
you
it.
are fired.
Do it. This is my channel.
Exactly.
I
Now it's my channel.
I can fire you.
It's going to be officially changed to Gordy Gleek. in the
You
near
already
future.
have a channel named Gordy Gleek. And just for that, I won't even put a link to it in the description.
Well, that's okay because I really don't have videos or anything yet. I don't have free time like you do.
Excuse me. Stupid frickin' signy man.
You stole his necklace, you jerk. It was beautiful. I think his best friend gave it to him.
Anyway, we're now fighting a bunch of enemies at the castle. You have to fight all these guys to be able to get out of here because there's like magical electrical barriers preventing you from leaving. This is a great place to get materials if you need them, like skull necklaces or knight's crest, because now you have access to the whip, and you can use the whip to get these items even if you haven't defeated these enemies already. And what I really love doing is, I know I've done this before without the LP, but what I love doing is after they lose grip of their weapon, I love taking it and then finishing them off with it. So I'm gonna take this sword and see if I can find another enemy to murder in cold blood with.
Oh look, no enemy down this hallway.
I love how the sword is twice as big as Link. Okay, I'm mubbling. Okay, I'm mubbling. This is awesome. Oh my god, he punched him! I never saw that before! I didn't know that they could intentionally attack the other enemies. I know they could do it on accident, but no. He did it again!
You see his ridiculous grin?
This is the best thing ever!
He should not be that happy about attacking his buddy.
He's like, this is what you get for not coming to my birthday party.
Aw, poor George.
George? Why are you naming him George?
That's generic.
Great, now somebody's named George is gonna watch this video and you're gonna completely offend him.
George is a common but wonderful name. How's that?
That's even worse.
How is that worse?
Something else worth mentioning is that if they cannot find their sword, they'll like you see right there, they will pick up another enemy's weapon. And as they saw right there, I think didn't the Moblin like throw some kind of bomb or something? He threw something smoky over at that enemy.
Oh my god, I never noticed that before. The Moblin, when he smacks his spear down on the ground, his butt shakes.
He's a twerking Moblin. Alright, let's fight these guys, come on. Yay, press the A button. Press the A button to do epic amazing things. I really love that they expanded upon this in Breath of the Wild. Like, in Breath of the Wild, you can, like, pick up swords and spears and other kind of weapons in the overworld and, just collect them. And they have, like, a limit on how often you can use them. Like, eventually they'll break. So I think that, so I'm really happy that that's going to return in Breath of the Wild because so far in the Zelda series, that hasn't really happened before. Where you can pick up the weapons from other enemies or just use any weapon that's not just like a generic sword or anything like that.
Well, I really like that particular style of sword. It shows a different maker.
Mm-hmm.
And each different weapon shows a different kind of creature created it. Get him!
I'm pretty sure I talked about this already, but I don't know if I've ever said this to recording. But the ability to pick up the enemy's weapons was actually the first thing that the developers came up with when they decided on making this game.
Really?
Because after they drew the concept art of Link and a Moblin on a generic island, they made a demo, like a very small demo of Toon Link and a few Moblins, and it was just basically playing around with the idea that you can pick up the enemy's weapons. One thing that's also really helpful with this place is that if you can, try to get the grandmother suit before you come in here so that you can have maximum hearts and so you can have 2 helpings of potion that can give you maximum hearts and magic for a while. And if you don't take any damage out in here at all, then this is just mean. Yay, they can pick it up. Yeah, I did it. Unnecessary epicness.
That was beautiful.
What was I saying a second ago?
Grandmother soup.
Oh yeah. As we saw before, you can use that to restore your HP and magic, and it will also give you double damage until you take damage. So if you're smart, unlike me, then you'll be able to defeat all these enemies a lot quicker.
Yeah, you're smart.
No, I'm not. 2 plus 2 equals chicken.
Maybe.
Okay, there are a few other enemies up here on the higher parts of the castle, so let's go track them down. I wonder if we can defeat them by throwing a pot at their face. I'm gonna try this. If you attack their butt, then they'll go jumping around and stuff. It's awesome. I'm kind of hoping there's one more, I think they're called Armos, so the night enemies. I'm hoping there's another one like that, that we can find, because I'd really like to get a couple more nights across, because we're going to need them for a little bit later in the game. Like, we don't need them, but this is a 100% LP, so, for me, I do need to collect some more of these things. Let's pick the jar. We should give the jar a name.
Larry.
Larry?
Yes.
Okay, this jar's name is Larry, and he's my friend, so don't make fun of him.
Larry!
You killed him.
No, Larry!
And now you're attacking Frederick.
Goblins don't deserve names.
Now you're just being mean to George.
What the? George is already dead.
Yeah, and you're disgracing his memory.
You're a freaking weirdo.
Yep.
Where is this other enemy?
It's in the top in the middle.
We'll find you. We will find you.
Now run down that hallway as fast as you can. See? There's an Armos thing.
You. Okay, come on, buddy.
Oh, that just happened. My armor fell off. I'll just stand here. Give me
That kind of reminds me of that one part in Into the Woods when they're singing the song Agony, and the two princes just randomly like rip the sword offs. It's a weird part. Cordy loves it for obvious reasons, but it's just weird.
Chris Pine.
You're weird. Oh my god, that was a really cool death.
Did he actually die?
Yeah. If I die, that's how I want to go. I want to get stabbed in the face and get thrown off a cliff. Except, now I'm going to have to bleep that out, so to avoid spoilers. I didn't say anything that spoiled a movie.
Especially not The Force Awakens.
I didn't say it. Well, is it at that point where we can say anything? Because it's been out for a while now.
Yeah, it's been out for a couple months. On DVD and Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm. We like to call Ray Blu-ray because her nickname is Ray.
He likes to call Ray Blu-ray.
At long last, our preparations are complete. You must return to so we can return by the same path that brought us here. What's with the ground? It's kind of glitching.
It's beautiful.
The time has come to save your sister from a prison in the Forsaken Fortress. Hurry, Lady Geardium.
So...
Bye, QWERTY. You've been kidnapped and taken to the Forsaken Fortress.
Evidently.
Or are we saving Minnie Beanie?
Well, she's not here, so let's go ahead and save Ray.
But Ray's not my sister.
Honorary sister forever.
Okay.
Did you know anything about best friends?
Nope. So anyway, yeah, that's going to be the end for this video. In the next episode, we'll be returning to the Forsaken Fortress to track down Arrow and hopefully be able to save her. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video of The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. My name is Callie, and see you.
Marie.
Stay fresh. You didn't say it.
Then we'll do it again.
You're supposed to say the thing.
1, 2, 3.
Stay fresh!
What am I doing with my life?